Turn now to our Jordan Tracy, who's also on scene. Understand that he may have been speaking with neighbors about what they saw. Jordan, what can you tell us?
Well, Lindsay, I'm up the road just a couple of blocks at the St. Vincent de Paul Catholic Church, where neighbors and onlookers are standing by looking at that field where we talked about where that fire sparked. We believe it's right here. Let's take a look at it. You can see the burn scar from that field. Fire crews still attending to trees that you can see still smoldering near these apartment complexes. And if you take a further look down here, that's where that fire had traveled into where you see a lot of smoke, where the firefighters are still battling down where Mackenzie was, down near those apartment complexes, which is still several blocks away from where we are standing. And again, you talked about evacuation orders, neighbors being told to leave and get out of there. 2 apartment complexes, 24 apartments in each, 12 of them actually burning in this fire. And we actually spoke to a neighbor who talked about the experience of being evacuated quickly out of their home.
The fire department came, knocked on our doors, asked us to get out. They did a good job of getting everybody out. Thank God I don't think anybody got hurt. But the whole hillside on the back, on the north side of the apartments was on fire, and I guess the fire started over here is what they're saying, and then went up in that little area right up in there and then spread to that apartment and then the carport, and what can I say?
Now, you heard Mackenzie talking to fire officials earlier about the potential of a lawnmower sparking in this fire and how quickly that could happen. You can believe it. The grass I'm standing on here at the church, very dry, similar to that dry brush behind me where you see fire crews still looking for hot spots, checking the areas where the trees are still smoldering, making sure that nothing sparks up again. But as Mackenzie said, these crews are going to be here for a while, Lindsay, as they continue to try to make sure this area is safe before anybody can finally return home.
Well, Jordan, we know 12 apartments, 12 in each of 2 apartments, 24 units burned. That has to mean at least dozens of people are evacuated. Now, what do you know about where they can receive care? I know that there's an LDS church where the Red Cross may be on scene. What do you know about that?
Yeah, so I don't know exactly for sure, Lindsay, about that, but I do know a lot of neighbors are gathered here at the St. Vincent de Paul Catholic Church, which is just up the road on 13 East. And then also down where Mackenzie was, there was some staging there at the LDS Church, but we'll continue to update you as we learn more.